Family members of State Representative Melissa Hortman were for the first time in the same courtroom as the man charged with killing Hortman and her husband, Mark. So is shooting victim Yvette Hoffman, the wife of State Senator John Hoffman. Our Lou Raguse has more in the Vance Belter case now from the newsroom. Lou?
Jennifer, the judge pressed prosecutors today about whether they have the staffing to handle the case with all the resignations in the U.S. Attorney's Office. The two remaining prosecutors on Vance Belter's case told her that they have it handled and there won't be any delays. They also said Attorney General Pam Bondi has not decided yet whether to seek the death penalty. For the first time since the nightmarish rampage allegedly carried out by Vance Belter last June, the victims' families attended his court hearing. That includes the children of State Representative Melissa Hortman, who was murdered with her husband Mark, and Yvette Hoffman, who survived the shooting in her home, along with her husband, State Senator John Hoffman, and their daughter Hope. In the courtroom, the magistrate judge pressed the prosecutors about when U.S. Attorney General Pam Bondi will decide whether to seek the death penalty. Legal analysts say a recent ruling in the Luigi Mangione case in New York is likely top of mind for attorneys in this case. To charge Mangione's alleged murder of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson in federal court, prosecutors needed to note an underlying crime of violence.
So they're relying on the stalking charges there as the basis for the crime of violence determination.
But Twin Cities Attorney Mel Welch says the federal judge in New York ruled that stalking doesn't technically fit the federal definition of a crime of violence, so she dismissed those charges.
Essentially, that got rid of the death penalty potential in those cases.
Welch has no doubt Belter's attorney will cite Mangione's case in future motions, but he says a district judge here doesn't necessarily need to follow a New York district judge's decision. And after court today, Yvette Hoffman shared this statement saying, quote, "Today I looked into the face of the man who tried to destroy my family. It was one of the hardest moments of my life. I carried with me the loss of Melissa and Mark Hortman and Gilbert, lives taken in senseless violence. Their absence is with us always, but we are still here. We will not be defined by hate. We will honor them by choosing strength, justice, and hope." Now, Vance Belter is scheduled to be back in court in April. We'll likely then get answers to some of these ongoing questions, Jennifer.
Okay, yeah, I know you'll continue to follow that for us, Lou. Thank you.